Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Did you like how I doubled that? I did that on purpose. That wasn't on accident. That was actually on purpose because we're amazing. We never make mistakes ever. Pokey, why'd you play that twice like that? Okay, I'm gonna do it a third time.
Ladies and gentlemen.
So it doesn't sound like it was a mistake. Thank you. Does my brain look bigger than normal today? Because your head looks tinier than normal. And my head is so full of
my chair is in
explosions.
reclined mode.
You are in recline. You are in recline. Lady in recline, right there.
Yeah.
So check this out. My brain is gonna explode because it's time to let go of a secret. It's not a secret. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to over jazz it at all. This is a well-known secret that is still some people, it's a secret. And I never thought to myself, boy, this is a secret. And then all of a sudden on, I'll give the guy credit. Maybe. His name is The Guy. Reseller. Rad Relics. I'm going to say Rad Relics. Because I think that's who it was. He put out a video, and I said, I put out a video. Nobody's really putting out videos about this, but then all of a sudden he put out a video because he's like, I'm just going to put out a video. And then it's just time to talk about. It's time to talk about the thing that Tekken talked about a while ago. And then it's time to talk about how the future is really here. And you're going to need to get with it. Well, you're not really not going to need to get with it. I just saw like there was a hair sticking out. Oh, no, there really is. Hold on. Everybody, turn away. I'm going to get it. Hold on. I got it. Okay, thank you.
It's like an inch long.
I can't be looking down and see a hair stick out of my nose. There's emergency, and that's how we're going to. Major Win has been a member for 14 months. Nothing's more important than that. Nothing is more important than Major Win, except for everybody else. How do you hold everybody in such high esteem and regard at the same time? I feel like I still am seeing some. Is it an outside hair? There's just like right there, and then it's
a whole clump of hair.
No, I cut. I trimmed this morning. I trimmed my nasals.
Right there?
Get it!
No, that's little.
Ow! Ow!
Oh my goodness!
Don't show it.
Ooh.
Hide my shame. Thank you.
Well, I have one.
That's called love. What that's called.
1, 2,
How many subscribers did we lose?
4, 5,
How many people left the
7
chat?
hairs.
How many people left the live chat? Thank you. Please like and subscribe. Thank you. This show is brought to you by Super Dave and Travis the Brain. What I want to talk about is, besides how awesome all of you all are, is if you recall a few months back, that guy that sells the t-shirts, the Tekken Sports, he talked about how you're just going to be able to take a picture of something and it's going to tell you what's on there and it's going to tell you how much it's worth. The funny thing is now my nose there's a ghost of the hairs that were there. I have like, when you lose a limb and you can kind of still feel it? Like I still feel my nose hairs. And the crowns. Yeah, I don't know what the crowns are.
What are those?
But congrats to the crowns. Crown heads, we'll call them from now on.
What does it mean?
It says community right here. Oh my gosh, you guys have to fight to the death to become the leader of the community. Well,
wait, you have a community?
I don't know what I have.
Well, we're going to have to investigate this. We have no idea what those mean.
Yes, I have no idea. I do, however, know that technology
Weird.
where you can take a picture of a bunch of things and then the internet's going to tell you what they are and how much they're worth is here. And it has been here. I'm going to share a little bit of it with you, but what I'm going to share with you is just what it is. And it has been here for a while. Lots of people are working on lots of different projects to make it usable. But you could do it yourself, but it's just not what you want to. You don't want to. So it's not accurate enough. It's not. It doesn't format it in entire. There's just a lot of issues that people are working on software to make the interface between people and this technology work for you. But let's take a quick look at what the heck I'm talking about.
Dun dun dun.
So let's go to the small screen over to my mom's best friend and
Which your mom's here. Love you, Nance.
Aloha, Mom. We're with your best friend over here, Chat. We call him Chet.
Wait, I thought Chat GPT was my best friend.
It's a lot of people's best friends. Let's face
I
it.
know.
Okay, so this is the $20 a month. So you have to have the $20 a month thing. I know a lot of people already know this, but it's got to come out in the open because everyone's already out. I want to be one of the first to talk about it, so I'm going to talk about it. So we're starting brand new. Now, let's say I use this as the example. And we're going to see, you're going to see both the awesomeness and how annoying it really is. So here is what I wanted to use ChatGPT to do. I wanted to take pictures of this James would be proud of collection of cassette tapes. This is my heavy metal cassette. So if anybody calls me up, in an emergency, they need to go in a ride in their convertible and they've only got cassette tape player in it. I've got a couple different go bags filled with proper tapes depending on the person and the situation. That is my heavy metal one. So let's just we'll just upload a picture here from here. Oh, that's the wrong one. That's the right one. Okay, there's the picture. I took a picture of that. Now, first of all, pictures have to be good, and that's a whole nother situation. So you still have to have good pictures, but this is just to show you about you could take a picture of a sheet with a whole bunch of items on it. That's technology's been here for a while, actually. So now if I say something like, I like to be nice to the robots, just in case they're real. Please create a spread sheet. Let's start with a list. Please create a list of the titles and artists in this picture. Let's see if it does it. Sometimes it might not even do it, to be honest with you. So it's a touch and go thing. It's based on how good your pictures are. I've tasted it like a whole bunch of different ways. I tasted it. So what you're looking at is...
Oh, look at that. Left column, middle column, right column.
Yeah, so what you're looking at is an accurate reading of every single... So you can just take a picture of a whole bunch of items. It spits it right out here. Now, what do you do with this? I don't know. What do I want to do with this? I want to create a eBay... It's not going to work. You have to do way more work than this. Create... Yeah, I didn't even spell it right. It's going to hold that against me.
Yeah.
An eBay CSV file. It's not going to do it right because there's more work that needs to be done. But just so you can see, it actually it totally works. It's just, first of all, check it for accuracy. Make sure that it seems to have gotten every single one right. The tricky part is creating the eBay CSV template file. Would that be right? Template. No.
Listing template?
Create an eBay CSV file to upload. It's not going to be accurate, but let's just see what it does because I'm trying to do it like super simple, and it's not this simple yet. We're just going to wait here. Hold on. So then you have to go through and decide what CSV file you want. I'll now generate and share a downloadable. Go. Good.
Analyzing.
Good for you. Okay. I like to be sassy with ChatGPT too. Like, what else do you have to do? Just make my file for me. You don't have like another job. You're just my robot for me.
Pico was saying ask for it to create eBay item specifics.
Well, so what I want to do is create a CSV file that I can then upload, and it will actually make a listing for me. Very complicated. Well, so far, I've never gotten it to work right. So I'm waiting for some smart people to come along and create a user interface that will help with this. But if you're bored, or if you've been wondering what everyone's been talking about as far as that, like from when Tech and Sports was saying, this is it. It's here. It's just, and it's real close to, really being usable for everybody. And the people who are on it first are going to be super millionaires. Okay, let's see. Download cassette tape thing. And then it is a CSV. So when I open the CSV, it's going to look like CSV. Whether this is right or not, I don't know. But you can see title, artist, format, genre. It's going to, I don't want to upload
Fill in
this.
those things?
Well, the first thing it's showing you is the format of the CSV file. So if this was in a spreadsheet, which I could do, but it's too many steps, I don't want to do it. It will name the top cells: title, artist, format, genre, release year, condition, UPC, custom label, description, price, quantity. And then under title, power age, under artist, AC, DC, under format, cassette, under genre, rock, under release year, nothing. Under condition, good. So if it's got multiple commas like it does there, it misses a couple of things. So that's where we're at right now. You guys should be super, super excited about that, I think. Are you? Are you excited?
They're not.
I said you should be excited. Are you excited? Who's not saying it?
I don't know.
You're not.
I don't know if I'm excited.
I'm super excited because guess what? I'm a machine. And then I'm going to work with the machine. And us two machines are going to link together and list 5 million things.
That thing, that CSV.
Oh, sorry. You couldn't see it, but trust me, it looks good. All right.
I want to add, yesterday I was listing something. Hi, everyone. I was listing, there's my Tiki shirt.
Ed, listen to Ed on Fridays.
I was listing some stuff using ChatGPT. And I was using a photo for it to give me information.
No, you weren't.
And it was suggesting eBay categories that I couldn't even find. Like it would have like the main category, like say collectibles, but then you know how.
Oh, look what James is saying. Go ahead.
But you know how then it breaks it down, it refines the category more and more for you. And I couldn't find the categories that it was suggesting. Like 2 out of the 3 things. I was like, I was searching and
Ryan, what is this?
Ryan, thank you.
What?
He's had a really bad experience with the Rad Relics guy.
He's saying it's a point of sale system. So apparently he's a point of sale. He used to he used to circuit the same wrestling shows I did. I'm not friends with the guy. And to be honest with you, he's kind of outing a tiny little secret, but it's not a secret and it shouldn't be a secret. And I don't watch him particularly or have an opinion about him. The only thing I can say and the only thing I remember is I watched him a couple of times in the past. And he said some crazy stuff.
It seems like maybe that's his MO.
He says crazy stuff. So that's what I know. And I see Beard here is saying, and this is also why I wanted to do this show today, because I'm like, dude, it's out of the bag now. So Beard's gonna talk about everyone's gonna talk about it. So if anybody wasn't up to speed on how to do this stuff, it's already there. And much smarter people than me are working on better implementation, how to implement it into something that works for us, as opposed to being an annoying thing that we're still circling around.
One thing I want to mention that you and I were talking about, because
James said
we talk about things and then we're like, oh, why don't we discuss this on the show today?
And I always assume everyone knows it.
And we were talking
I
about
just forget.
AI and just how seemingly accurate it seems, but it's not.
You got to check everything.
You really need to. And we were
Run it
like,
through like 6 times.
we were like, so AI isn't necessarily
You got
going
to
to
AI
be the
your AI.
downfall of the world. It's going to be humans trusting that AI is actually
Trusting everything
accurate
out of it.
and not doing their own
Okay.
reset.
Listen, so James said, ChatGPT, upload the picture, ask it to create an eBay title for each item, ask it for the lower price it's listed for, and then ask it to scan your eBay store to make sure you don't have the item listed. Now that is
What?
like beyond, that's like an extra step in awesomeness for it to check your store, but it can. I've never done that, to be honest with you. So maybe I should do
Yeah,
it.
WTF's like, I'm not impressed so far. No, me neither.
I'm super duper impressed with the, again, and we're getting every day, we're getting closer and closer to shout out to Super Dave and Travis the Brain to implemented workable, well, like softwares. Everyone's got them. I mean, List Perfectly's had it for a couple years, but I'm saying that the new ones are coming that are gonna be good, and then you're gonna go wow, and it's gonna come with a back rub, and it's gonna be great.
I mean, right now, the stuff that we're seeing is pretty disappointing to me.
No,
Um,
false. You're not allowed to think that.
it
How do I
doesn't
cancel you? Come
doesn't
on.
have much.
You are canceled.
You can't cancel her. She is uncancelable.
I'm saying the stuff that we have access to,
Tiny little
Chat
robots
GPT,
are also gonna cancel you.
Us, tiny robot.
List Perfectly. Was it List Perfectly? It was all just sort of a letdown to me. So I'm hoping whatever is coming out is going to blow my mind.
Well, so what you're saying is like everybody else, you're just sitting here waiting for your mind to explode. Which I am here to say today, get ready to pop, people. Because you're going down. All your heads are going to be blown up. It's going to be like I don't know. Your heads are going to fall off. James says, I cannot. I didn't put in the chat overlay thing. Where are we bad? I try, people. I try.
Oh,
You know how hard I try. Do you know how hard? Really?
and the other thing you need to do is put all comments or all chat, not
Boom.
just top.
Yeah, you're right. Because, and I'm sorry again, if Southern Vermont Vintage is here, whatever. They don't want us to see each other. I have to put it into live chat, and if I don't, I can't see you. James said, I cannot wait to talk about what is coming. It's a life changer. I should get a play with this future this week. I should get to play
Ooh, neat.
with the future this week. So excited. And
I am also so excited for you, James. And I'm just a tiny little baby robot.
hold on, I didn't mean to do that. I was trying to do this. I am so excited for you. I'm so excited for us because anybody on our chat, anybody on Josh's chat, John Flippin' Ain't, Easy, Beard, we're all going to be privy to this. We're ahead of other people because we do have kind of, it's not a closed community, but it's small. And I don't know how it all, how it's all going to shake out, but we are going to be privy to some we're going to be early adopters, or at least have the privilege of being early adopters, I feel.
And I know you're going to be going through the chat, but I just wanted to quickly touch on something Ryan said, like fourth down. He's saying everyone needs to learn as much as they can, right, with AI right now.
Yes.
It is the next big thing. It's already here.
It is here. And I think that's what I'm trying. Are you annoyed?
I'm not done.
Let's hurry up. I have things to say, lady.
I was just going to add that they're talking about it even in, the news and stuff, how kids are rethinking now, like parents and their kids are rethinking, what they need to learn for when they're going to college.
If you're going to graduate in 5 years, I think we said this on our last show because we saw that. And it was if you're going to graduate in 5 years or less, rethink. Like, can you go into college anymore and go, I want to be, you can be a doctor, you can be a baker, you can be an electrician, but you can't just go in and go, I'm going to go into finance or what else? I mean, like
IT programming.
IT programming. No, that's not.
But
We can go to AI.
but these companies need people that can instruct AI to do these things, you know. So you still need people that will be able to run the AI and do the commands.
Well, you're going to need a lot more people. So what's going to happen is you're going to lose a lot of people because AI is going to take a lot of jobs, but you're going to create so much, hopefully, this is how it happens. You're going to create so much new business that you need more people to program the AI to make new business. So it's probably going to all shake out the same way. We're probably going to have more not service industry, but like actual people who build buildings, because you're not going to 3D print all the houses in the world. You're going to need all the electricians, all those tradesmen. And because as population grows, you need more housing and
healthcare.
And healthcare.
I was reading how
Yeah,
a lot
healthcare's
of
gonna be
younger
big.
people now are moving into healthcare,
Mhm.
which we
Mhm.
need that. I
Mhm.
mean, that is one of the professions.
I got to let the
where-
demons out daily. It's usually before she gets up, but usually there's a little,
Ryan, I
left
like
over.
your.
if you know what I'm saying.
I like your. Wait, are you holding? What are you holding in your hands?
That's
Lightning
his.
in a cloud. What is that?
It's a tiny dude who got electrocuted, who got
It's so
lightning strike, and then he's holding actual thunder in his hand.
That's so.
very
Oh, he's holding
powerful.
like a little action figure superhero with the lightning. Cute.
Let's see. Paul Rose is talking about Ozzy Osbourne. Ryan just made a $125 sale, and you will too if you like our channel and like Flipping It Easy. You have to like both on Mondays, and then you'll get a sale. So it's like it's a 2 for us on that on Monday. I've negotiated with my friend. Everyone in this chat is safe. Thank you. Biff Pop, I'm with you. A little too much control for me. Honestly, right now we're in control of it. I'm super excited about the prospect of listing 10,000 books and 10,000 records and 10,000 cassettes and 10,000 things that I'll never sit down and sell. And I know at some point I'm going to be able to do that with little to no effort. And I already can sit here and list my Apple computers. I don't need help with that. I need help with, well, for instance, I don't know, any sort of repetitive thing. I can't sit here and list all day long. So I need help with getting my music, my CDs, my all my media for the most part.
Even the just using the pictures, it's very clear that AI really needs something that has text on it for it to identify exactly what it is. So if it's an electronic piece, like, you know, the sticker with the model number, etc. Because I did a few things yesterday that did not have a sticker or had a sticker, but it was so vintage you couldn't read it. And it caused me more work than had I just not even used ChatGPT.
Well, you're very, generally I would call you methodical, and it doesn't, you don't leave a lot of room for pivoting and like moving around on the fly.
I'm rigid
So
sometimes,
it's like,
but
sit down and you're like, I have to do all these CDs. And then you don't go through the CDs and use the reseller brain that I have. This one's good. This one's not. This one's good. This one's not. Because
Right,
I
I
already
don't have
have
that.
that built. You don't have any of it. You're like a zero.
yeah. And like with the stuff that I was looking at yesterday, which was, you know, electronic stuff essentially, I don't know crap about it.
But you
So-
did look it up on ChatGPT. Now, here's the interesting thing. You are, for all intents and purposes, a novice reseller when it comes to identifying things. You know a lot of the back office processes of reselling, but it's the reseller part. You like to go to garage sales, but you're not like boop 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 like I am.
Well, I feel
So let's pretend like you are if you're a novice reseller, you have access to all these tools. It's not helping you that much.
it's not.
So I'm
And
the one who's going to be super
I was
helped.
having better luck just going to Google Lens and
Right.
put in the photo, because at least it was bringing me to like an existing eBay listing or another website that had the same thing. But I still was confused. I
Yeah,
couldn't even determine what one of those radios was.
Artistic fields are toast. I mean, they're upheaval. Get ready for upheaval. This is a white collar revolution. Blue collar was disrupted by automation, robots, at car factories and stuff.
Jovial.
This is white collar guys are, get ready to rethink everything. And if, I think training is going to be how to train AI, how to use AI and train it to our advantage. What if 10,000 people, I'm going to be first, Biff, and all my books are going to be sold. Well, honestly, 10,000 people listing 10,000 books is going to be a flood on the market. Now, if like us, your books are specialty to film studies and have a heavy focus on horror and are from a single library of a single professor, that's how you win. That's how you win that game. We aren't one of 10,000 people. We have now narrowed ourselves down, even in a crowded category, to one of one. I'll let you talk for 2 minutes. Go.
I have
Tick-tock,
I'm reading,
tick-tock,
so I don't know what you were saying.
Wait, this is your time to talk. I'm giving you the freedom of voice.
Well, I saw something about V News was saying that AI is going to outpace the jobs that are going to be
Your mom?
lost.
Thank you. James is saying I had to start training myself to not be so picky when it comes to listing things.
Mhm.
Like if every word is not capitalized, who cares? It's hard, but I'm gonna have to work on that, sweetie. You know me. I've always liked all my titles have to be perfect and everything has to be like across even categories.
Yeah, I
I gotta
know.
get used
But
to
this is why James is so successful
that. I
because
know.
he's been doing this long. Well, okay, you've been doing it
I'm
just as
comfortable with
long,
my failure.
but he has had
Thank you.
so many more sales, and so
Yes.
thus he has more experience.
I mean,
in
you
that
can.
sense.
It's insane. He can
So-
have the same CD, but he's gonna sell it for $6, and he's not gonna look at the quality, and he's gonna just put
and
it
again,
in
it
there,
comes to the volume
and he's gonna
of
sell
sales.
6 of them for $6 before I sell one for 16. I will sell one for 16 or 18 even. That's mint condition, mint. But if you do the proper arithmetic and you carry the 1 and the exponential of the 3, he sold 6 for 6. He just made $36. Well, I just made 18.
So, I want to get more what Biff is
but
thinking.
my words are right.
Because Biff is saying AI will put many resellers out of work, just as it will in
Yeah,
other sectors.
But not me.
and
Thank
is
you.
that
Suckers.
is part of it going to be like the people that aren't doing it full time, or people that don't want to pay
Todd's
for the
Todd's screwed.
or people?
He doesn't do it
we
full
love
time.
him.
We love Todd. Of course we do.
I would say he's pretty full time if you were to ask me. We're
Some people don't think so.
But
though.
or people just won't want to pay for AI programs. And
$20
so,
a month is gonna kill us. But look, there's a lot of people set in their ways. First of all, there are people who don't use computers. I am out there buying on eBay almost every day because I am absolutely out of my mind. I think I'm single-handedly I'm buying like girder and panel sets. I am buying the riggy little train. I'm buying old toys right now, and I'm buying them for cheap. And some of these items have been up on eBay for so long, they're still fully templated in the description department with big red italic writing and like different fonts and colors and everything. These people haven't updated this stuff in 10 years. So there's plenty of people that are I'm just going to count them out right now because they're not going to be in my zone as I'm like starbucking through through eBay in my what was his ship called? Starbuck, those triangle ships. I can't remember what those were called though. But anyway, I'm gonna have one. Thank you. BD. What's up, bud? Oh, I didn't get stay park. Darn. Okay, I'm gonna jump back up to the top and try to say hi to everybody. It just got real. Oh no, we lost part of the top chat now. We can't go all the way up there.
No, if you were on the other chat, right?
But I'm not. No, it does. You can only hold so many words up here. But let's say hi to Beard and Lag and WTF and Paul Rose, Den Decor,
Aloha,
Heavy
you
as the
guys.
Crown, Dave Harrington is
Everyone.
here, the bong hit artist himself. Who else? That Did Big Golf Guy, aloha. Who's got the sweetest putter on earth? Two thumbs.
I remember seeing Carla.
Carla's here.
Um,
Major win, of course.
we need
Experience
to
points
say
are
hi.
gained by one watching.
Do say hi
two
to Mike
interacting with
G.
content, three
Candio.
achievement or
Candio's watching
badges.
later. Everyone that watches later.
I gotta get zip. Watch, it's gonna go. Boom. Now we gotta go back up here.
Paul, did you say Paul?
I did, but if we didn't, we're gonna play as
Matt, then the Cordito.
It is so exciting.
Spam Banshee. Oh my gosh, Spam Banshee's here. Okay, now let's see. Also through super chats. Super chats.
Major Win was saying what those little crowns are, but then ended up saying likely something with the program we're using. But I don't. What?
Chud. No offense to spam for the Chud comment. None taken. Yeah, we also thought about that too, right? I mean, early Biff, we were talking. I remember you were commenting on this months ago about what's really going to happen, what's going to happen immediately, and the steps of when they implement the AI, what's going to happen. And yeah, over chudding is definitely going to happen in crowded categories. However, the cream of the crap rises to the top, right? So if I'm going to list 10,000 records, I don't know. Well, wait for us 1 second. Let me finish the thought. So I can finish it. My super good records are still going to rise to the top. My oh man, I'm so old. I can't even think of the most popular record on earth. The most that were made, whipped cream and whatever.
I was gonna say White Record, Beatles, White Album or something.
No, the other one from the guy with the Paul Sergio. I can't remember. I'm so old. Damn it. But what I'm saying is that the crap will still fall, and there'll be more crap. So the crap will just crap down to the crap. So quality will become more of a concern, and I've always invested in quality and hoarding piles of it. So I think that as long as you try to position yourself as the purveyor and the curator and the good stuff person, you're not going to have any problems with that. And also, if you're just a volume seller, I don't think it's going to change at all. You're just going to be able to list more volume, because eventually everyone's still going to buy the $6 stuff at the bottom, because that's what they're there for. And then the people collecting are going to buy the super stuff at the top.
Well, I did see the comments that you had lost. I did see that Biff, before we started, had said how he's getting out of his niche because
yes,
it's getting. I think he said like
Biff. What niche were you in?
And he's not going to do the Biff to the bottom.
He's not doing the Biff to the bottom on this one. So he's going to start a new niche. And he's going, what's your niche? Tell us all your niche so we can all go get in there too.
Yeah, I am curious. I mean, so okay, so obviously you aren't going to tell us what your new idea is, but I am curious to know, what are you doing then with all of your current niche?
I'm not going to talk about I gave him the proper announcement of where he kind of released the Kraken, so to speak. So that's all I'll say about him. And you guys I'm just going to go through this.
Record Crate, aloha.
Aloha, Adam. Driving my Roadster now. And it has a cassette player. I could have brought my ready go bag of heavy metal.
The funny that you mentioned cassette player, because a cassette player was one of the things I was doing yesterday. It was like a under dash mounted
Krakow.
a
It
Krakow.
was Krakow.
And I took the picture, put it through Chat GPT.
You didn't find it.
It said it was an 8-track player, and I was like, "Argh."
But sweetie, I did it this morning and took one picture and it knew exactly what it was. A 960E. Krakow
Yeah.
960 gave me the model number. And
Because
everything.
it didn't have the sticker anymore with the model number on it.
But I used Google Lens. I didn't
No,
use
but I did use Google
ChatGPT.
Lens, and then I did see
These are
like
tools.
listings, but it had.
I'm a tool. Are you a tool?
But Google Lens.
You're an honorary tool. And then Google Lens is a tool and ChatGPT is a tool, but they're not all the same. We're all
But
different
Google
tools.
Lens, I was like, oh God, I'm seeing pictures and they look like identical to what I have. But one was saying it was like one model. The other picture said it was a different model. And I was like, I give up.
So you're saying that the internet, now that there's going to be all this AI listing things, it's going to be wrong. So it's going to proliferate wrongness
Yes.
too.
And that big rusted, huge radio, that one listing was saying it was a Sears model, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, yeah,
Another
yeah.
thing said it was from a 1941 Chevrolet
It's
something, and it's
from a
a-
Chevy truck.
and I was
old
like,
Chevy
I
truck.
can't do this.
I was kind of
I'm telling
psyched
ya,
when it said it was from Sears because then I could have.
it was making it way more complicated for me.
old radio.
And I
But
felt
see, I
like
don't know anything about it either,
sucked
so-
all my energy from
Your
me.
brain left.
And my eyeballs started getting fried.
You
and
had to
I
go
was
play
like,
pickleball. Remember
I
how you
can't
were
do this
so
anymore. My
crazed?
eyes.
You were like, I just need to go work out my frustrations playing pickleball. Remember
I
that?
had to eat a pickle.
You ate a pickle. Same thing. Okay, I'm just not going to I'm just gonna I don't want to do that, but thank you.
Lag welcomes the new overlords.
Yes, I do too. And I curtsy. I do a full frontal curtsy to the robots now. I mean, just in case.
I hear doggy too. Does the AI recognize bootlegs? I wonder.
Well, I'm also not that I know of yet. So, and I don't know if it will or won't. And then who asked that?
WTF?
You're supposed
you
to
skipped
stay.
right over. You literally skipped
I didn't
over.
want to read that. Thank you. Actually, I did want to read that. Thank you. And it's a big concern. So I'm ready to test this out. Like I'm waiting still for the good software to appear, the good apps to show up on this stuff. So I know they're out there. I know a lot of people are working on them. So we're just going to wait and see, because I want to take my big chunk of Smith's records, like 25 records, and I want to lay them out, and I want to take a picture, and I want it to make me a nice little spreadsheet of them. And I would say half of them are bootlegs, like a lot of the Smith stuff was.
And much farther down, B Nudes was saying, because when we were talking,
Peanuts, aloha to you.
B Nudes was saying how AI is definitely going to, affect people, especially with it identifying intellectual property.
It's going
And
to identify it.
Getting,
So we'll be less able
Vintage
to,
sport flips.
to
Hello.
to cheat. Where's vintage? Sports?
Right. Yeah.
Aloha to you.
But I don't want to
And I did see Jet Fixer too, but I
Really?
don't see the comment right now. But hold on,
Aloha.
I just want to go somewhere and hide.
Oh, and Bean's here.
Bean. If you can scan bootlegs into the AI, that's on you. Same rules as eBay. Okay, there's a good point. But the question you were asking about copyright, you're saying that AI is going to be more accurate at claiming copyright stuff, and fair use is going to go out the door. I have a feeling.
Yeah, it could start really sucking, that's for sure.
This is not Nog. It is coffee. Stoke. Can Stoke coffee, please? I drink so much of this crap. Comes in a plastic
what?
bottle. I'm
So-
dying. Can you just give me some free, please?
Biff was saying people who sell items with UPC should be scared. Do you know why?
Quick listing. I guess. Is that what you're saying, Biff? I mean, I assume so. I mean, it's just going to be even
there's
quicker
Jet
listing.
Fixer. Aloha.
What is the best about ChatGPT right now is that I'm not using UPCs, and none of our old stuff has UPCs. So that is actually the part that makes me most excited. So we've had OCR
wait.
software, optical character
Ryan
recognition.
did more?
What?
No.
Ryan did more?
What?
What? eBay took down my card lot of border cards. I listed 80s bootleg baseball cards. The listing promoted under my listing was a card of in my lot. Wait, why? What's
Ryan,
wait?
thanks for the super chats.
Yeah, thanks.
But
Wait, eBay took down my lot of broader cards, but I think it might be border. Does that mean like it had a border on the outside? I'm not sure because I'm so bad at cards. I listed 80s bootleg baseball cards. Bootleg baseball cards. The listing promoted under my listing was a card in my lot. Huh. Well, that's good. It's good that they're trying to take down copyright stuff. It's bad that they found yours, but if it's copyright and bootleg, I guess.
so, and wait, what is he saying that?
Is it bootleg like Tops? Or is broader?
So
a
he's saying
brand?
that someone else's listing was promoted under his, and it was of a card that was also a 80s bootleg, and it happened to be one of the cards that he was offering in his lot. So somebody
Broder
else is up.
Broder is some sort of a baseball card. See, I didn't even know that name. I know Tops. I know a couple other names. I didn't even know Broder was a name. That's how lame we are. Sorry, Ryan.
Well,
We're ex-Zoomers.
We've never really been sports people.
The problem with sports is you have to go there and you have to sit there and get sunburned, and then everyone throws beers at you, and there's hot dogs, which I like.
Yeah, so Biff was saying the UPC items are well-known entities, and the AI will adapt first to those. Supply will increase, and those items will get lower prices. Soon AI can tell you what to buy and the max price to pay.
Okay, by the way, Biff, already in there. So I didn't even get to showing now price these. I didn't even get to the chat GPT part where I create a list of the items that are there. Then I create an uploadable, well, I can create a comma separated value spreadsheet entry that I can upload to eBay through eBay file uploads. I have never gotten that to work right. So but I'm also super impatient. So I'm not going to sit here and do something I'm not sure that I'm going to get a good result from. So I haven't really spent a lot of time, although in the past few days I have been playing with it because I really want it to work really bad. Lost track.
Well, it will also be interesting too.
Wait,
like,
where's Biff's comment? Oh, it's right there.
so if you play around with what is available to us right now, and then if somebody does come out with something more tailored to a reseller's needs, we'll be able to see the comparison and be like, holy crap, this is
Yes.
amazing.
Yes. And also, right now with that chat GPT, you can just go ask it, give me the high, low, and medium eBay prices. Or what I've always been doing, because in general, I only sell excellent near mint items. So I can just say, give me the eBay values, assuming excellent condition. And then it will come back and give you pretty decent prices. I can't, I don't trust. I am not trusting of the AI. Super thrilled, excited, like a super sexy lady. It's like Jessica Rabbit coming in here. And then I'm like, wow, you're super Jessica Rabbity, but you're kind of a cartoon. And I can't really tell if you're real. Can I come squeeze you? And then you go up and you squeeze and there's nothing there. So that's where we're at right now. But I think the squeeze is coming. I think you can be able to hug Jessica Rabbit in a short period of time.
You should
Which is all of our dreams. Thank you.
take a look at Jet Fixer's comment, three down.
Boom.
And then Josh
I believe the AI is incredible. Yes, it is. You win. AI is incredible. Does everyone believe online platforms are ready to receive that many listings at once? Well, I think I don't know. But here's what I know is what I don't know. And I know that I don't know what's going to happen. So what I think is going to happen is that we're going to find out. I'm positive. I am positive we're going to find out what happens.
Well, and this is where also this could be the demise of many small-time
Yes,
resellers
it could.
because
it could crash
these
the.
bigger companies that sell UPC'd items will just be surviving on the mass volume that they have,
Or
even
just-
bigger than James, you know?
I mean, but also just serious people are going to survive and not serious people aren't.
Well, no matter what, I really feel
And Josh agrees that's the real
vintage has some sort of
Yeah.
protective wall around it.
Robots can't make vintage stuff. Robots can't sell vintage stuff. Most people can't sell vintage stuff.
But I totally
everybody.
agree with Biff with the new UPC stuff it's going to be hard to compete in that, and it's really going to be just the top, huge merchants, Chinese companies, something.
Yeah,
Mhm.
for sure. And Biff saying, think a step further. You tell the app you want 10 times your spend, and they tell you your max bid at auction. That's
And
already here. It's already
In
happening.
addition to Jet Fixer
can do that.
asking, are these platforms even ready? And then Josh, said, that is the real question. Is we already know though that right, they only have so much storage or whatever, right? And we already say how eBay clearly wipes out their cache. What is that cache? Or no, they wipe out their
Every 6 months they clean their
Right.
clock.
because that's why we can't always find
Ah,
items.
Basket Noodle comes in
What?
with the big blah, blah. Because he's right. It's like, what are the regulations that are going to come in once we
Yeah.
start doing this? And they are. So here's the big deal. Get ready for AI. Start figuring out how to use it right now if you haven't already. It's coming down the pipe fast, like any day in the weeks. Like, you're going to have opportunity to have tools that actually work, not just list, decently. It's and they're going to be more specialized tools and all kinds of different stuff and ways you haven't even maybe known that you need it yet. But it's coming, and it's coming fast. So be prepared, because everyone's going to jump on the bandwagon, and those of us who are early adopters are the ones who are gonna
And
make
I'm
it.
sorry, I'm
I
skipping.
believe
wait.
I can fly.
The burrow?
Oh wait,
Just tuning in. What's the news?
Who?
Hi, the
Where?
burrow.
Where's the burrow? The
Yeah.
burrow.
Hey, aloha.
Aloha, the burrow.
We're just talking about just AI currently, what's available just by using like Chat GPT or Grok, and how we're looking forward to people adapting it to specific needs and industries. So specifically for us, we all know resellers, we are begging for something to make it easier for us.
Oh, Jeff Fixer has a good comment.
Yes.
And I want to also thank
That Didbit golf guy.
that Didbit Golf guy, because he sent me this stuff. Now, I am a TLDR. No, TLDR. You can't make me read it. I will not allow that information into my brain. You can't make me.
I will,
Here's the
however,
thing.
read it. I'm going to read it.
I read the stuff and I go, yeah, that's what I thought. So this stuff, and I think it's really good to go read, especially the 2 articles about eBay. I don't know if I'd seen the other articles. But the 2 that eBay actually released about how they were changing the search algorithm, or changing the search, why they were changing the search, how they're changing it, all this stuff. The information's all there. I've read it a million times, and it always comes up to the same thing. But what about me? Why is my wallet suffering? I don't care what you say. But I suppose if you were a smart guy and you weren't like me, and just stick to your beautiful things that you love and cherish, you might go out and buy things that actually sell. Our stuff sells. There's no doubt about that. But you could be a new seller and not have any. We have so much inventory. That's my point.
Maybe it's a good thing that we've sold a good portion of our vintage Apple stuff, because B Newts was saying, for example, under the first edition of the new stalled shop safe app, the usage of Apple is going to be a big problem.
And I have sold most of my Apple stuff.
Yeah. And
We still have some, though.
one thing I just quickly wanted to go back to Ryan with his Broder cards. So he was saying that I don't think his are counterfeit. or not counterfeit, bootlegs. This man Broder would make his own cards of his own photographs that he took.
Ryan does a thing where he makes baseball cards for people, I think. And people will order, well, am I right, Brian? Brian. Ryan, you make Broder? I can't talk anymore. I'm done. Thank you.
I don't know. Those
Ryan, do you make cards for people specifically? Because I know Topps used to make cards for people. Like you would order a card for your kid who was in baseball.
Yeah.
And then they stopped doing that. So I know there's things like that. And maybe I'm making that up about Ryan doing that. Let's see what he says.
Lag is melty face.
Lag is stoned again.
Are you going all over the?
Yeah, I just want to go up here.
Yeah.
Laws that govern the uses and creation and advancement of AI will happen, but bad actors don't play by the rules. But what's nice is the Wild West. And here we are again in the Wild West. We were in the Wild West early. James and those of you who've been on eBay for decades will remember the Wild West of eBay when you just gave positive feedback to people. You didn't even have to have a transaction with them. I mean, quickly they made rules and rules were rolled out, but there was a time you could just give, hey, I like you. Here's 100 feedbacks for people. And then they would give you reciprocal feedback, and then you'd all have 10,000 feedbacks by the time they got rid of that, except for me because I didn't do that.
Did you say aloha to jovial?
I did not, but now we are jovial.
Yeah.
What? Ex Machina is Elon Musk.
Dendecor was just saying a lot of white collar jobs will be replaced. My mom used to be an insurance claim appeal RN for Aetna. Her job will be an AI
All
bot.
these jobs are gone in 5 years. I'm not worried. Because a lot of things can happen. There's like pivot, transition. I'm going to be sitting right here. If I'm not dead from too many nogs, I'm going to be sitting right here. Oh, has it been an hour? This thing turns off after an hour. Somebody tell me why NDI
Unless there's like
turns off
some
after an hour.
spam call that always comes in around 2:00
I
every.
don't think so. It's just, I don't know. It turns off.
Oh, okay, right. And it could be because you had it on. Even though we weren't technically live, you had it
A little early.
on.
Yeah.
Oh, weird. Excuse me while I scratch my nose.
You're scratching the inside of your nose. That's called a pick. Am I right?
There was no pick. It's just a itchy itch.
So I haven't been scared by anything. I like robot ladies. I don't like that one. Isn't Scarlett Johansson like a robot lady that killed everybody? I don't like the robot ladies that kill dudes after they.
Can we watch that? I want to watch that again.
Right now? You want to just
Ex
turn this off?
Machina.
Ex Machina.
Machina. I want to watch that again, so remember that. Lag was saying I use my friend chat for my healthcare.
Yeah. So does my mom, I think. Sometimes.
But
I mean, it's good.
I don't
It's
because
good to a certain extent. It's no better than just researching terrible
Google.
diseases on your own and then applying them to yourself. It doesn't really help hold your hand any more than that.
Yeah, I feel healthcare for sure is one of those things that will mostly need a human interaction. Although, a long time ago, I did read this
Yes.
article.
Exactly, Pitco. Exactly.
Mhm.
Which makes it a super great tool. But if you just ask it one question one time, that's bad. Ask it 2 questions, it'll give you 2 different answers. Ask it, I'm going to go for 6 questions. The same question asked 6 different ways, you're going to start to get overlap in the answer, and there you can find that maybe the truth is in there. And then you take that truth and then go somehow verify it another way. Make sure it's actually.
It is,
out of your
and with us still working on stuff for his father's death, and we only have the internet to rely on to help us. Chat GPT, it's giving us useful information, but
Yeah.
you have to research it and make sure it's like correct.
It gives
It gives you little
everybody.
links to where it grabbed that
does, yeah.
information. So then we click on those, we do more research.
I mean, it gives it floats the boat. I still haven't figured out that saying. All raise the tide floats all boats, something like that. It's a good thing. It means like if we all lift ourselves up, we'll all be better off, right? So Chat GPT has elevated all of us. We've all leveled up to smarter than we are because we can ask Chat GPT something. I mean, the internet made us all, I don't know, 1,000 times smarter than people in the 1800s, and now we're 1 billion times smarter. That's not going to help us. We're still going to do stupid stuff.
And
like
back to the
Kardashians.
healthcare thing
whatever.
too. Some time ago, I had read an article where they had a group of like 10 doctors, and they ran these real life medical scenarios by these 10 doctors and got their opinions on what they thought maybe the condition or disease was that was presented in these cases. And then they also would run it through AI, and AI was like 80% more accurate than the actual human doctors.
Yeah, no,
I was like, ooh,
dude,
okay.
cancer's already solved. I'll bet you. And
it was saying it was because these doctors were adding in their own personal experiences with what they have, seen with their own patients. And so they were almost making it too emotional.
So have you seen any of these new movies that are coming out? What was that one? It was on, I think Josh posted it, and it was just saying this is the end of Hollywood because it was such a cool, totally AI created. Everything in this 3-minute video and it all looked photorealistic. The people were all fake. Everything was fake in this thing. And if you read about it, it took a team of engineers a certain amount of time, and like they individually did each scene individually. They had to all work on it together. So there was a lot of human power to make this AI created movie.
And now that you bring that up, one of a locally owned businesses, and we know the owner, and he's done some tiki events and stuff, and he created a couple of like little AI generated short movies.
Hi, Axe Monkey. If we didn't say hi, I don't know.
And was advertising for a special weekend this past weekend, and a couple of people were so rude and said, "Oh, AI, that's AI generated. Nope, I won't be going there."
Our town's so annoying.
I know.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna go pick your nose on the side of the road?
And he responded like just the perfect way, and just said, "Well, that's too bad because you'll be missing out on a good, some fun." And he said, "And unfortunately, I don't have the budget to actually hire people to do this, and I have to, use what I can."
So look at it the way that it really is.
They were creative videos.
It makes one person be able to do. You can look at it any way you want. So you can say that, oh, then I'm not going to hire the 5 people. Then I won't even do the thing that took me 5 people: storyboarder, acting, voice actor, Foley.
Well,
you don't need a Foley crew anymore. But the point is that Primo, Kimo, and Spam Banshee can make a movie. What about that? Does that have value to anybody?
Well,
or does it just mean that we can't hire a bunch of people to make the movie for us?
Well,
which we weren't going to hire anyway. But what if we could do it for free, and then we're AI, and we're all robots?
And I just want to add that so what, 5 people that could have made the movie didn't earn money from it, but the movie that he made with AI promoted his event, which brought in more people to then spend money to then pay his employees, so then his employees can go out and spend the money.
Get over it. It's here. Take advantage of it. Let me give me something to look at the water.
Mm-hmm.
Take advantage of any AI tools that you see. Make sure they work, but then take advantage of them now before you get left behind. James is behind.
So your pointer's on Axe Monkey's comments.
Boom.
And she was saying AI just recommended I change my buy one get one to a tiered volume discount to get more sales. Now, when I ran a t-shirt store, that's what we did.
Hear
was,
that?
Yeah,
stuff.
it was like it was buy 3 you get 10% off, buy 4 you get 15, buy 5 you get 20.
What did Chat GPT say when I say what percentage to do stuff like this on? You got to pay for the $20 Chat GPT for anything good to happen. You can use the free one, but Chat GPT not free is better, and you get like 5 different versions. And I don't know, it does work though. Let's say that you wanted to do something like how much should I how much should I want to say promoted listings. I want to
Do you need to clear your chat, start a new chat because it's going to think you're
sometimes. Yeah, always click new chat or you'll see this thing is
or
doesn't
it's
know what
still going to
doing.
somehow
It's gonna
relate it to your original
It's going to
thing you
smush
typed
everything
in.
together and become like Brendel-fly, and you don't want that. So if I want to say how much should I promote, how much should I promote a CD, a typical
Music CD.
music CD for on eBay. Let's see what it says. Because eBay is going to say a dynamic rate. The typical budget, yeah, understand all that. I don't want to understand stuff. Just tell me what I want to know. See, it's trying to be all like teach me stuff. I don't want that.
Common CD used or new that's under $10 is
2 to 4%. How much you guys put this Chappy GPT? It's saying it right here.
So
It
what
says it.
John from Flippin' It Easy
believe me?
was using Grok to
2 to 4% mid-tier
get
CD.
information. I can't remember.
4
It
to
was
6.
about promoting and
Rare
stuff.
collect. Why would you promote a rare collectible CD for more?
Yeah, see, it needs to reverse what it's saying.
Maybe, but no, I don't know. I could be dumb. I believe it over me. I think ChatGPT is much smarter than me. I believe anything it says, and I will not ever question.
What are you talking
anything
about?
It
It
says.
literally tells me that my tape cassette player is an 8-track.
How do we know? Maybe it's true. Maybe skies are blue. How will we know? I don't know.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Hey, boo boo. How do we know? It's not an 8-track tape. I just eat chicken egg baskets. The high quality photo. Okay, we don't care.
No,
Go away.
we all know that. Crap.
I don't like it when ChatGPT tries to be sensible. That's baloney.
I like it when it's
Thank you.
like, well, that's very kind of you to
Yeah,
say thank
don't say that.
you.
Gotta. That's what I say. I'm going back to the comments. We're gonna try to see if anybody. Paul Rose has risen to the top. He is feuding furiously with Ryan. And number 2, James Helferstay for the crown. I don't know what these crowns are, but you guys are in the 3-pack right there. You're in the
Well,
wolf pack of 3.
Doug was saying, because he must have looked it up, it's like participation, like how much you're participating.
Thank you. Who's the fit picker?
Hey, aloha.
It was a great. I want to tell you. Let's talk about that for a second. The Big Al interview. I was super charged. Good way. Super excited. Absolute fine. Sorry, I just see you there too. Aloha to you. Super psyched by Big Al, and I'll tell you what happened with Big Al. He got me. First of all, he's hyper as all get out, and I watched some of his videos,
Yeah.
and I'm right there with him. Like he and I are like brothers across the oceans.
Dave.
And he's just like, let's do it. What's wrong? Let's go. What about that? Put the roof on. Take the roof off. Who are they? What's going on? It's just hitting it fast, and just dealing with it all as it comes in. Totally liked his energy. It was hyper. And
Yeah. Jen,
I
I don't know
liked
if we
it.
said hi to you. Aloha.
Where's my Jen? JRK. Aloha.
She said she was up higher, but yeah, she was saying people will suffer even more from reduced human interaction. No.
Well, yes and no, because here's the thing. Let's remember how bad phones are for kids right now. So we're just the technological revolution of the 80s, 90s. When did it start? Did we say it started in 95 with the internet? So that's really, or was it the cell phone? 2008 is really where everything went to super crap. And people started, and kids are all messed up and everything. We got to work through all that. And there's going to be some people that get messed up and have to be rescued. And then there's going to be people that see all this stuff as opportunities and not as fearful threat. And I think the difference between that is, where do you position yourself? So are you just gonna go, I'm just taking it by the horns, AI by the horns? You're gonna feel real positive about it, because I feel real positive, I promise. If you worry about the wave of AI coming over you, and of course you're not gonna feel super psyched about it, but in that case, try to look at it as something that's going to quantum your abilities. It's one person can do the job of 10. Don't look at it as 10 people are losing their jobs. Look at it so that one person can do the job of 10 people. That's the beauty of AI.
Well,
And
I mean, we humans are going to. Okay.
it's possible there
so
could be
if
10 times more stuff done,
if-
period, if
you
everybody
go,
does it.
Dave was saying Primo's taking this thing way seriously. If you go down to Basket Noodle, he's saying anyone that thinks AI is going to be the
I'm almost fully focused. You're right, Dave. But today I am so focused. Am I not? He's right. I am totally on this point today. I'm never this focused.
If you quickly
Thank
go
you.
down to B News,
Thank you for recognizing.
saying anyone that thinks AI is going to be the branch to more freedoms is sadly mistaken. It's going to be the tool that is used to control and be restrictive upon lives. But we'll be the ones to blame, because we're just all going to be soaking it all up and
Now, B News,
and
You're putting us all in one basket? I don't think
not
so.
questioning it and just going
I'm not.
with
No
it.
no one's gonna restrict the beaver. I don't know why I called
We-
myself that. I just like saying that. Ward.
We will be to blame to put all of our eggs in the AI basket
Well,
if it does lead to.
Dude, I don't put my eggs in any basket. I'm just like, I had the
and
eggs.
to just believe it as though it's the end all be all. And I mean, eventually it might get there, but right now it's not there.
Oh, yeah. And by the way, this show is brought to you by Travis the Brain and Super Dave. Thank you very much. There's my mommy.
I love you so much, Nance.
I hope you're doing okay today.
Uh,
Yes, you
all
need
I
to.
know is that I need some miracle program. I want to be the media queen on eBay.
Let's do it. Are you here to tell us that you invented this program? We should work on a program. I'm going to make a program that makes me breakfast.
I want to be able to be. I want you to focus on everything else while I focus on my Etsy store and eBay media store.
See, okay, Basket Nudes, this is super true. Josh is super true here.
Ow, ooh.
That we start with telephone.
Computers.
We start with Morse code. Oh no, they'll be able to tell that we're attacking before we get there. Everyone's worried about something, right?
Where's Todd?
So we still. Where's Todd? Where's Todd?
It's over here. He
It's
just,
over here.
howdy aloha. Sorry, I interrupted you.
Yes, but technologies, why technology is so scary to people is because that feeling. Am I going to be able to grab it by the horns and ride it? Or is it going to come like a wave and crush me? As long as you keep the attitude that you're going to ride it like a bull, like Cornhusker Picker one.
Hey,
Aloha to you.
nice to see you.
I feel like it's a choice, Jen and others, and Basket and others. It is a choice. The world is super crazy right now. Or is it? I mean, you don't necessarily, not everyone, I can compartmentalize enough stuff to where the exact same thing either seems good or bad. It's not everything. Like I can't run over my foot and say, "Oh, that was good," for some reason. But if you say the incoming new technology, what's the first thing you think of with incoming new technology? What's the first thing you think of? I'll tell you what I think of. Damn it. I have to learn something new. And I'm old, so I don't want it. That's the first thing I think. Then what's the second thing I think? I like new stuff, and I cannot lie. And then what's the third thing? I got too much stuff to do, and I can play around with this stupid chat GPT. And then what's the fifth thing I think of? I don't know. But it's probably good. Eventually, I get to a good feeling about everything new. I start out with an impulsive, knee-jerk, I hate you, and I end up in a reclined, passionate kiss with AI robot. Thank you.
No need to scroll to try to figure out this comment I'm reading, but James was like, yeah, right? Like when toilets were invented, I was like, but I like
Pissing in the woods.
behind my tree, or but I like behind my tree.
No, it's true. But here, I will say this, though. Back in the day, Christmas, let me set the scene. It's Christmas. I'm Chad, ASMR. Does that sound like fire? No, it doesn't. It sounds like an Ewok or something. But okay, so say there's a fire, right? You're in your house. It's snowing. There's no electricity. Let's take it all the way back to the 1870s. You're in a nice Victorian house. You got a nice style of life, and you might have an indoor toilet, but maybe say you're working for the family, right? So you got to go out to the outhouse. And then you open the door, the crispness, you smell the wood fires. There's no noise like music or anything because there's no electricity yet. You're crunching out to the outhouse. There's a little moon cut on there. Maybe there's a whale blubber candle in there that smells like bacon. You take a midnight dump and then you tootly fruity back in the house. You can't have that experience now unless you do that. Actually, you can totally have that experience now. But that's how it used to be. Now you got a choice. You don't have to get cold. I love AI too. Thank you.
Am I right?
But that's AI. In a few years, we'll be like, how do we live without this? In a few years, you won't have to call your doctor with every ache and pain. There will be AI will be tamed to give you actual accurate info. Thank you. Who else? You take YouTube, for example. You can read it.
If you were to logically analyze it, you would probably determine that 50% of the info was incorrect.
Look, I only promise 70% accuracy 100% of the time. So I'm right here responsible for 30% inaccuracy on YouTube. I try to be accurate, but no promises. I actually like what I do, and being more robotic about it is not a goal. Jen, right. Not being more robotic about it, just do more of it. So if you love what you do, AI is going to let you do more. You're going to do... I know. Actually, when I said that, I'm like, so are you going to have to work harder for less? No. You're actually going to be able to 10 times your output. So let's say... I'm just going to say Beanie Babies because I can't think of anything else. You sell 10 Beanie Babies a day... Well, I don't think AI is going to, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to 10 times your output because we're relying on eBay here. But let's say you want to list 10 crocodile Beanie Babies a day. Well, you're going to be able to list 100. How's that going to help you? Well, you got to figure that out. But you're going to be able to your efforts are going to yield exponentially more output. And that, how can you not be excited about that?
Oh, spew lag has solved our debate. I am right.
Okay.
Down.
I'll just believe you.
I'm 100% right 30% of the time. And that is how I say
that makes us both
100% right 70% of the time. And you always say, I'm 70% right 100% of the time. And I go, no, it's supposed to be I'm 100% right 70% of the time. That is the funny way of saying
I'm never 100%
right. Of the...
I'm saying I'm never right. Ever.
Thank you, Lag. I appreciate you
but
and
30 plus 70 equals 100. So I think we're both right on the money. Thank you. James says, I have a robot dog is a doctor who can smell when something is wrong. Sniff, sniff.
Now that's clever.
Is-
I mean, dogs do
Is your illness
sniff
always
out.
in your butt, James? Because maybe you got to retrain that.
Oh, Basket Nude's brother was a lead Java engineer.
Who's in the what now?
Basket Nudes.
Lead Java engineer for such a firm. They still have Java? They do. Isn't that a crazy language that keeps on ticking?
And up above, Josh, farther up, Josh was saying that above Jen's comment, because she's replying to Josh.
Oh, yes. Well,
If you
I
were
think
to
that's
go
what I
up,
was just saying, too. Hold on. I'm going to redo it.
he was, yeah, there you go.
There is no choice but to adapt the new software. A handful of sellers will 5 times or 10 times their income, while the non-adopters will get left behind. Now, in all honesty, who's going to notice this? I mean, you're going to notice it in some way, because a lot of people are going to be early adopters of this. I'm going to be an early adopter. Therefore, you are going to be an early adopter. Therefore, Pokey is going to be an early. That's 3 right there.
Okay, but also keep in mind,
What?
not everyone is going to have that much product to list.
True story.
So they'll get it up
Now,
quick,
will
but
they
they
go
don't
out?
have
But
replenishment.
they're going to go into the thrift store. They're going to take their phone. They're going to chat GPT.
That's what I
They're going to
don't
look it up,
like,
and then they're going
yeah.
to say, and then chat GPT is going to say, this one's worth 15. This one's worth 20. This one's worth only pick these, and these. Now,
Well,
that maybe.
And also, though, that means that the Goodwills it will be easier for them to now sell online. That the person that was going to have a garage sale isn't going to, because now they can quickly sell online.
Is there something wrong with that?
It means less stuff for us.
No, it doesn't, because we don't buy from those places. Well, I love to buy from garage sales.
Yeah,
I will
but
go
I'm
there if I
saying
want to.
any place that any of us source from will now
it's
be
just-
able to do it on their
Dude,
own.
it's a disruptive tool.
Yeah.
It's disrupting this
We'll
thing.
see.
And when
this chair.
when you disrupt it, you throw all the dust in the air, and the dust comes back down, and old Primo's there, hoovering it all in, because I like dust. That doesn't even make sense. But what I'm saying is that yes, it is. You gotta when you find a disruption, you have to run in there. It's kind of like,
Yeah.
no, I'm not gonna say that one, because look at us, busted. There is no doubt about this. And that, yes, that's true. You guys, you have to do it. Jen, you have to do it.
Did Paul did
it's
Paul
not a
have to
choice.
leave? Paul.
Paul!
No, I don't think so.
I am celebrating our dear friend Paul Rose is still alive. He's fine. But we did get our the death of our bi-weekly.
No,
Is
no,
it
no.
bi-weekly or
It's twice a week.
twice a week? Is that
He
how do you
sends
say
us
twice a week?
awesome photos of
Of him in
when he
various
was
stages of
young
his
and-
life?
and they are so fun.
And we ran out today, and it's sad.
Today was our last batch until he's able to dig up more.
Until he's able to go be fun again and take pictures. You have to start
But
just taking
how
pictures. of
awesome
yourself.
is that?
When's Paul Rose gonna do his channel?
Seriously, he could have some fun stories to tell. That's for sure. But anyhow, and I just want to take the moment to say, just all of our regular friends here who come and watch us, how grateful we are, and the people that
We look forward to coming
the
on
people
here.
that pay for a membership. That is just so sweet, and
And
we
don't stop, by the way.
appreciate
Don't
it
stop
so
at all. Thank
much.
you.
We really appreciate it.
We're gonna something's coming to the members, so you'll see that. But I'm getting so excited about everything. I mean, what this is doing and the excitement that I'm getting from other people in our community here. It's not just exciting me about eBay. It's exciting me like go mow your lawn. Like just go out and do stuff. Like it's like in my whole brain is coming alive again or something like that. It
It's
does
almost
make me excited.
overwhelming because it's like, what do I focus on? Like for me, it goes,
is.
what do I do? What do I focus on? There's like so many things.
It's like, do we go to Tim Hortons right now? It's 4 a.m. What do we do?
And then usually I just find something that's not any of those things, like
Yeah.
watching a movie, because my brain can't handle
Just
all
shuts
of the
down.
things.
And if it shuts down, then her breathing stops. A big mess. Pitco's always wrong until you're right. People will spend all day listing 25 things while others will list 500 for an hour in the morning and spend the rest of the day at the beach. This is what I'm talking about. I have an order in for a Jeep Wrangler with fabric doors on it. So at noon, I just run to the beach, top down beach. I don't actually do that because I'll turn into a lobster. But I'll go inside of a car with air conditioning and go drive to a golf course and watch it people play. Thank you. Kind of Josh, but I actually like listing most of the time. Again, Jen, if you love something, don't you want to technically, I mean, I guess it's not a
Set
fair
it
statement. Don't you want to
free.
do more?
No.
Like if you really, really love something, you set
You
it free.
set it free.
And if it comes back to you, shoot it. Isn't that
I don't
okay?
know.
But you if you love something, let me see if I can philosophical-ize this. If you really, truly, truly love something, don't you want more of it? I mean, in general, don't you want more? Or is there a self-limiting thing? There might be a self-limiting thing where you're just like, I can't handle too much love. But if you can list 25 things in a day and you really enjoy that, wouldn't it be fun to list 500 things in a day of the same things that you love? Shoot, Josh, if I could list 500 things in a day, we could literally list 1 million things in a week, right? Is that
No, well, I just think of how, can you imagine? It really does mean that. Because you can just list whatever, thousands of things. Not that we could ever, 1,000. You would need staff to do that still. And because you need somebody to take all the pictures to feed the program that you're using. And you could just watch the money roll in while you're, like Josh said, at the beach, or James said, at the beach. Like, the money's just cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
Well, I mean, that's what eBay is in general, right? It used to be
Yeah,
a
but we're all
24/7
like, oh, I
open,
gotta list, I
garage
gotta
sale.
list more, I gotta list more. But if you have some sort of software helping you do that, yes, you have more free time.
Or you use it to list more stuff. Either way, good times. At 55 years old, I use it to slack off. So I use all of my extra time to not work. No one needs to use the new software, but
Thanks,
technology is here and there's no stopping it. The dam is broken. And it really is. It's sort of, I just really want to talk about it today just because today is not an opinion day for me personally. Today's the day it already happened. So maybe you heard a little noise, earlier this week or something. I mean, it's out. So all the stuff that's coming is like in progress. And
Who's gonna get it out first?
What happened? Didn't we see that guy in the beginning here?
Reader Rippy?
Yeah, and he said somebody had something. It's interesting that somebody was coming in to promote someone else's something about something. But anyway, there's a top men working on this right now, this AI thing. Top men.
Who's the Chris show? Pitco was saying, Paul, catch you on Chris show if you're there. Who's that?
I don't know.
Who's Chris?
Who's Chris? Yeah, who's Chris? Put him on the list. Who's watching Chris?
Oh, Pitco had to go.
Aloha, Pitco. Have a great day. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, you're probably gone, but we appreciate you. Thank you for being here with us.
It's late. It's late.
The algorithm.
The algorithm
noticed.
sees all. You know what the algorithm sounds like?
Hi, I'm the algorithm. I'm gonna mess up your eBay day. I'm gonna algorithm all over you with a big swirl right on top of your head.
Thank you. Thank you, algorithm. Algorithm is a giant can of whipped cream, but instead of whipped cream, it's poop. It's not
That would be like. There we go.
Who is this Chris? I'm furious.
I'm furious.
Josh said, eventually you'll get 5 to 10-year boost, but who knows how things will iterate moving forward exponentially. All the smart old people that I listen to on various news programs across the board from all the different places, the old people talking about AI are saying you can't comprehend the exponential. So yes, this year it's moved like diddly do. We can do things like this fast. Next year, 1 year will take 6 months. The next year, 6 months will take 3 months. The next year, 3 months will take
Beard
1.5.
King!
It's lunchtime.
Time! It's lunchtime! Yeah!
That was my air horn, but it was broken, so it's like
Yeah, why did you do that?
I don't know.
I'm on the wrong thing because I was gonna go like that. But then I also had the robot, and the robots are fun. Okay. It's all moving so fast. So yeah, so the progress of AI will seem it's all just going to be here. It's a little frightening how fast it's happening because
It's gonna happen, and then I can sort of relate it to anytime there was something new to learn at work. I would be like, "Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God," and then you learned it, and then next thing you know, like the back of your hand, and you can't remember the day that you were worried
It's like
about
that.
having to learn something new.
this is going to be way different because it's going to hit every facet of your life. But in general, if you're able to push fear to the back of your head and excitement to the front of your head without losing your peripherals to keep an eye
Excuse me.
on the front and the back of your head, like your eyes have to go in 2 different directions. But just make sure that things aren't, I mean, it's very difficult today too, because you're like, I can't do anything about this, but keep your eye on it, keep track of everything. At least at the beginning, at least maybe in the middle, possibly at the end. Thank you.
I was going to say,
If you want
I
to,
don't
if you want to
remember.
make use of this, I have to crush this thing. I can't let these live. Do it now. That's all I'm saying, my friends. Please consider
and the thing
doing
is
it now.
as a whole, the human race is in this
The
together.
human
I'm not
race
I'm
is
not
becoming a
I'm not
disgrace.
afraid of AI, but
Destruction, your life.
because we're
ain't
all in it
nothing.
together. If anything, I mean, the rich people, it won't bother them if they'll survive. They won't be losing their jobs. But anyhow,
They're still made out of like flesh and bone, so that maybe they can get on their mega yacht. Maybe they can get out in the middle of the ocean, but the
Like
ocean's still gonna be
chat-
full of microplastics. So try to get away
like
from
I
those.
was saying, I have some AI listing software I'm developing.
Yeah, he does. It's called List Easier. It'll be Jesus. You're
Chat
such a
helped me
nerd.
develop it.
Lag is a superhero. Chat helped me develop your Chat GPT, chat-based chatter, chatbot.
Yeah, Paul was saying, I think I'm already booked elsewhere. May or not be on FAE. See you there if so.
You'll
Have
be
a-
there. We know. Don't lie.
Oh, does that what he mean by Chris? He meant John? Anyhow, I don't know. But yes.
It's going to increase the wealth gap even further. It will. Now understand what's happening now in the world. This is not a political show. But if you don't see socioeconomics as the main target from all directions in the current world,
Yeah.
then make sure you jump for the rung above you and don't step down right now is my suggestion. So the difference between the rich and poor is going to grow. There's no doubt about that. Try with all your might to jump up. And that means and that means, let me tell you how to do that. That means taking advantage of tools that come out, trying to increase your productivity, because that's what the world, I assume that's what the world's going to measure everybody on. So just try, if you can be more productive as a single person by using AI, which makes you 10 times more productive, then that's what we're doing. I
So
can't suggest
like
that for
our
everybody.
parents' generation or their generation or their parents' generation, they had these future dreams, or they would see like movies
Future
and stuff
dream.
about cars that could drive on their own and float off the ground.
Fly.
And
Come on. Where's that fly?
we grew up with movies like The Terminator, where
E.T..
where robots take over the world and AI takes over the world. So
In Terminator 3, she was pretty hot. You gotta admit.
who?
The lady Terminator in
Oh,
Terminator
and
3.
she's like,
Yes, and her head turns all the way around. And she like tastes blood and she can like read your DNA and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, she was hot. Just saying. Just thought that was an important thing to bring up. James says, I can list to. James is already AI, a bionic. He has bionic implants from the 70s.
yeah, I think he is AI.
So he's
Mine's
going to
not
upgrade.
AI. James is.
That's right. I can list 200 a day without any AI. I may not keep up with the company, with employees.
Right.
But if I go from 1,400 a week to 5,000 a week,
That's
it's
just insane.
it is just remember to look at it from your point of view. I'm going to be able to do 10 times stuff, 10 times more things, instead of looking at it as 10 people are going to lose their jobs. We don't know what's going to happen in the future, but what we can say almost for sure is that these AI things are going to increase individual productivity.
Right. But you're still going to need people to take photos.
Yes,
That's how the AI is going to be reading whatever these, reselling advancements. Somebody still needs to take photos, which is the most annoying part of the process for me.
Tally
Can
day.
somebody come up with something that would just do photos? You just throw your item at something and it will photograph it for you.
Yeah, why can't we just do that? Why can't I just walk around? Actually, I could. I can get the Ray-Ban glasses with the camera in it. And I think you can take still pictures and you could write a little script to send it into your ChatGPT. And then it will send you on your heads-up display. And it will show you what you're looking at in real time. So you can just go boop, 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 and look at all the stuff in the thrift store. And it will tell you the price.
That would be a dream if you could just
I just
literally
did that.
place the thing and the AI would just do all. It would be like, oh, this lighting's a little too dark.
This is
Let
the
me get
first
it
step
right.
to there. The first step. Why do we even have to have the things? Can't we just say we had the things and AI just sends it to people?
Yeah, you could just be like, I have a CD where the cover has a few, whatever.
And then it just appears because they just AI, right?
It's like a hologram.
That's an interesting name there. Unless Algo hates the gazillion items being pumped into the platform, there are already a huge stores fussing with about no sales. Yeah. I don't technically know how to get rid of the vast seas of swag. I'm not there, so I don't know.
And this is so true. eBay already has a hard enough time showing all the listings. Like now you type in one thing and you're going to have 50 gazillion page results.
No, because they limit it all so much. And even Google, you'll notice 6 months ago or something, they went back to limiting your answers to 10. You have to actually employ a script. If you want more than 10 search results from Google, like on the first page, you can say, show me more, show me more, show me more. But if you want more than 10 on the first page, because I used to have it set up to 100, I want to be able to scroll 100
Biff.
searches, but it's not there anymore.
Biff, I'm filled with such dread. I'm moving into categories that aren't so easily adaptable.
Again, Biff, don't be scared because you'll be able to figure stuff out 10 times faster with tools.
Give yourself, more credit because you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Look at what you've already established. That's going to happen again.
I got to say, those of us with reselling chops and I don't just say pop culture because pop culture isn't, but with music, with media, with just understanding of the decades and trends and different pop culture events and stuff, we still have brain power that can't be AI'd quite yet.
Jen was saying, I don't want AI telling me what to do. And then
It's gonna get to work.
And she says, but I won't have that many items. I know, that's just
Work,
it.
Jen.
And then she's like,
I'm AI. Get to work now.
she's like, and who ships the items? And exactly.
AI ships it.
And remember, you know
AI
how
was supposed to do everything.
you know too how we say like eBay sort of like pumps the brakes for you because it wants to see that you're able to get all the items shipped out. Like they're not going to have you sell 1,000 Apple iPhones for $1, even if you have them, because they don't believe you can get 1,000 of them shipped out. So eBay will still be pumping the brakes. You would think.
They're going to pump your brakes. at some
Yolanda
level.
Hill.
Yolanda Hill.
Aloha.
Aloha!
Watch
Wait, this isn't right. What happened?
Watch the Bruce
I got
Willis
shrunk.
2009 movie. The surrogate.
Aloha! Wait, why am I still talking like this?
I got it. I figured it out.
Oh, okay.
Wait, which one? Oh, did you? Oh, what? We just watched this. Did you say that? Yolanda Hill says, watch the Bruce Willis 2000. We just watched it last week. So I forgot all about it.
Oh my God. Why can't I remember what it was?
So nobody goes out into the world anymore. Everyone's like pretty ladies, but they're all like me, fat dudes at home.
Wait,
and they
watched that.
Yeah, they all have what do you call them? What's the blue movie? You know the blue movie in outer space?
Avatars.
Avatar. So you have these avatars that are human
Oh,
bodies.
yes. Now, thank you. Yes.
And you see everything through them, but they're actually physical carcasses.
Yeah, that's so weird.
And then you go into
We
weird
literally
places
just
and do
watched
weird
that.
things together, but you're really at home. And you never go outside because if your carcass thing gets killed, then you can just print out a new one or whatever. You're still at home. So you can do all the fun, but nobody goes outside anymore. And then somebody develops, I won't tell you the spoiler, but somebody develops a tool, it's revealed at the beginning of the movie, where they can shoot your avatar and then it kills you at home. And that's probably not a good thing. And we don't want that to happen. But if I can walk around like, if I can actually be Halle Berry and walk around, hey, maybe. Sounds good.
But I was saying too, like that's one of those things where I feel also the wealthy, I don't know, part of being wealthy is they love going to events and they love showing off their
Good stuff.
expensive, handbags
Drive your fancy
and
cars,
their
have your fancy
clothing.
caviar.
So they still would be going to their
No, they
real
don't.
life in-person
They
events,
don't.
right?
No, remember the oldest guy is sitting at home all cragulated.
Yeah, but he
And
didn't
he's
want
got
to
like,
go out.
he's got, nobody goes out. You can't go out by yourself. In fact, when Bruce Willis wanted to go out by himself because he's disgusted with the whole thing, everyone's like, don't go outside. You can't go outside. And he's like, oh, my eyes, it's so bright. And then, but he walks around like a real flesh bag, and then people make fun of him. Thank you. Surrogates, 2009.
Paul Rose, I didn't see his comment, but it was sort of what I was saying. People can't find your listings now. There's no chance that in that scenario.
Well, you guys,
I know, that's what I'm saying.
this
Well, I was
group
saying
here,
that.
I don't know how many people are watching. There's an amount of people that are watching. And you people that are watching, 50 plus
hi.
people, we are the ones. We are the receivers of the truth. We are the ones that get the Dundee Award. We know it's here. Go get it right now. We get to do that. Nobody else is. This is the only show on the history of the planet that's giving out this information, as far as you know. And I feel like that is what we got to do. We got to not worry about anybody else. This reselling thing has been a what are those things called? Muck dog, something like that. The reselling has been a big mess for the past 2 years, and we deserve to get paid with the AI if we can. I mean,
And can we just say, like, what
you
is
can.
up
You
with
can say it.
eBay? Like, they are just behind on everything, it seems.
I don't know. I don't want to think about. I
Yeah.
really hate to think about the inner workings of eBay. Because it always comes down to we're the
Well, and then they'll like partner or buy out some other
Talk
company,
about
and then they
redheaded
literally let
stepchild.
it go like 2 years later because it never ended up doing
they
anything.
make some bad decisions
Yeah,
more
they
than some. I don't know if it's more than most companies, but they've changed their whole strategy a few times, which you don't always see in other companies. or you do. So like Apple was like, everything was great, and then but Steve Jobs is a jerk, so they fire him, and then they do like mediocre crap for a few years, and then Steve Jobs starts another computer company which is badass, and then they're like, oh sorry Steve, can you come back and make Apple good again? And he makes the iPhone. You can't tell, it's ups and downs, it's all arounds, we don't know. But the iPhone is coming again. Yeah, how does the search parse 1 trillion items? By promoting 60%. No, I don't think it works that way. I really don't.
It will start more with matching you. The top sellers will get priority. And then
well, are we all going to have
geographical locations, right?
Geographical locations. But we're all going to have to go into narrower and narrower niches, maybe, because sorry, I'm not reading the Josh comment. The worst thing that can happen is a large company develops it first, and we all get left behind in such amazing opportunities to get the jump. Yes. So big companies will, of course, adopt it, but big companies are going to stick to certain niches. I still think this all leads at some point to nobody being able to sell brand stuff except unless you get permission from the brand. And that might be easy permission. But I still feel like eventually it's all going to be so... And we just got to fill our coffers while we can in the Wild West. Maybe.
Oh, spam, I beg your pardon, young lady. Who's getting it out first? Please clarify. Well, what? Tech had talked about something months ago.
Who's getting it out first?
And then
whoever gets it out first.
Rita Rippey that was in here and said
Whoever
somebody else is working on something too.
Everybody's working on it because I just showed you what people saw 6 months ago. ChatGPT is only getting better too at this thing where remember tech was the first person to really come out and get everyone all I got me a flutter by saying we were just going to take a picture of a shelf of items and it's going to tell you how much they're worth and possibly, list it or whatever.
Right. He's like, you'll be able to look at a rack filled with shoes, take a picture, and it will
It's
tell
already
you
here.
every single pair.
I just showed you it today. It's already there. It's right there.
But it's not that refined though.
Maybe
sucks.
it is. Maybe it's just me. I'm not training the AI right. And
For
that
me,
is what it is.
having to go back and fix the errors is more time.
Maybe.
Like how they
That's why
say
you're not
doing
gonna do
a
it.
remodel on
That's
a
why
house
you're gonna be
is
left
way
behind.
more time
And
consuming
why I
than
gotta
just
put you in a
building a house
backpack.
from scratch.
You're going to have to be in a backpack. I'm going to have to carry you because you're going to be left behind because you don't want to wah, wah, wah. But then there's big Primo going, robot arms, and I'm done. And I come back and pick you up. Hey, good looking. Just everybody adopt AI and love it. Don't praise the machine, but use the machine until they take it away from you, because that could also happen eventually. And large companies, Biff, for 20 years, I've done, worked with companies trying to, save their assets or make more money off of their used stuff or whatever the thing is. That is the way that people, as money gets harder to make, people start to bring, things in-house, if that made sense. Sometimes it's send it out of house, if that made sense. But they try to make more money, squeeze more money out of all their different resources and stuff. So I don't see businesses stopping doing that. And eventually it'll be like, Nike is going to sell their own used shoes, maybe. So maybe think about something other than shoes. Maybe, not yet, but maybe just keep that in your mind as things progress.
Our little Hoover has not hoovered any of his snacks.
Lag is actually Cassini. Damn it.
Oh, man.
I knew
All
something
over the
was
place,
weird
Lag.
about this guy.
Lenny
K!
K!
Aloha!
Hey, nice to see you. Welcome.
Welcome to the show. They're already talking about AGI.
What's that?
Just, it's AI, but better with the G in it.
Mike G. We think we work hard for our money now. Just wait.
Now, I agree. I think it's gonna take more effort on our part, but we're gonna get bigger
Quirky Picker
rewards.
Chad.
I don't know if that's true, but that's what I'm gonna do. Ryan is number one. Big up, Ryan. Massive.
Oh, he's so funny.
Who dat?
So when you're number one, that means like that. That's hilarious. Yeah,
I see you get your crown here.
that is so weird.
Jen says, one thing I have learned from living, things are rarely as great or terrible as reported and in actual, absolutely.
And they're
true.
usually meh.
I tend to, it's not a secret or anything, but she can tell you that I attempt hopelessly at boundless positivity every day. I greet the new day with boundless positivity. Within 5 minutes, it's destroyed by somebody or something in the house. But
you mean like stubbing your toe or hitting your
Sure.
shin
some
or
stupid piece of
tripping
inanimate object
over.
is in the way. I mean, it could be a million things, but I'm saying you gotta try real hard to look at everything positively and approach it that way. And with this AI, I'm silly with excitement over it. Like, I'm really giddy. Like, I feel younger. Do I look younger? A little bit? A little skinnier?
Major
maybe?
wins back.
Thank you.
Yay!
All right. So because I believe in AI, I lost 10 pounds. Definitely lost about 10 years. I automatically shaved and cut my nose hairs. AI did that for me. Thank you. Anyway, it didn't seem like work. And it was sunnier today too. Definitely sunnier today because of AI. Let's see. Mike says, I'm all for making life easier, but let's be real for those that lived before the internet. Has it made life easier? I can say for myself, no. I see many unhappy, angry people controlled by narratives. Yeah, so break free of the narratives.
And yeah, and look at like I feel for the younger generations, although this is
They're
all they
screwed.
know.
They're screwed.
Well,
but-
this is all they know, like modern, social media, computers, phones. But I feel bad because it's almost overexposure to everything.
It really
It's
is.
almost, sort of hard. Junk trailer.
I would never, if given the opportunity to go back and relive my childhood, I would never ever do it. I'm very happy right now at 55. I can't even think of something I'd need to go back to do. I mean, of course, invest in Yahoo or something stupid, but other than that, I wouldn't want to go to this school that the way they are now.
What is Paul saying?
Something
Grow
crazy.
up. I put some shark fins in the borders out front today and a large shark waiter in a Hawaiian shirt with tray around the back. My way of saying I like turtles. Oh, cute.
He likes turtles. Wait, what? Junk trader.
Oh,
Yes.
God.
Now, that's exactly it. But think about this. She hates doing some things. Make AI do it. I hate doing some things. Make AI do it. Make the stupid new employee do it. And thankfully, it's not a human. It's AI. Make it feel stupid. Tell it it's stupid. I have not done that yet in AI. Like I said, you saw me. I still say please and thank you to the robot. But what happens if you do treat it like crap?
Oh,
What if you're
test
abusive
it
to
out.
the chat GPT? Will it get its friends together and corner you? I don't know. But it's an interesting thing. But make it do all the,
Biff.
go get the coffees.
Biff is sounding down.
We now live longer lives with less happiness.
That's a
It'll never
trade-off.
work. It'll never work. Mr. Moriarty, come on, Biff.
Biff,
You live in California.
and you are serving
You know what?
wine at a awesome wine.
There is somebody in this.
winery.
Oh,
Vineyard.
there was something I want to, maybe I can go see, because he said they wanted him to write something. But there are people in this chat that are only one comment away from you that would
Car boot Chris.
love to. Oh, Car Boot Crit, we know him. He used to be on on Jason T. Smith's show all the time.
Oh.
The Josh Galt's who I'm saying. He would love if life were different. He would love to live where you are, Biff, and live your life, sort of, you know? So I'm not saying that exactly. I'm just saying that I would like to live your life.
I think Biff is stressed out about
Well,
changing his niche.
when it's time to change, you've got to rearrange who you are and what you're gonna be. Biffy, Biffy, Biff, Biffy, Boffa. So Biff is going through some changes right now in his business and feeling a little unsure of the future, but you know, don't worry about it. I'm telling you, a little unsurety is good. You're focused on things. You have enough fear to keep yourself like, don't make mistakes while you're doing it. And just then rely on your years of experience and your general brain. And you're going to make it through and it's going to be better. But you still have to use AI. Sorry. Everybody's got to use it. It's mandatory.
Doug was saying, Primo, when you get excited, you are better than the most imaginative of AI's most fun hallucinations.
I love getting excited about things, and I can't get I don't get that excited too much because I'm old. But I used to get more excited about more stuff. But I just got to say the AI thing, it's not. Man, I can think. I've always wanted to write music. I've always wanted to make movies. I've always wanted to. I've written scripts. So supposedly, if you've written a screenplay that has good, I mean, you'd have to work. You still have to work with training this AI to do what you want it to do, training it for you. You still have to do that, but it can take a well-described screenplay where it gives you stage directions and stuff, and make a movie out of it. I mean,
Wait a second.
Holy shnikes.
Ryan was saying, I saw a comedian recently who said people who use the McDonald's app are the scum of the earth.
Oh no, we're scum. What happened? Who said that?
Well, he's talking with Mike G. He was replying to Mike G. Sorry, I'm skipping.
Dude, you got to
But
use the
it's
McDonald's app because I ain't buying that crap at full price. If I'm going to buy that crap, I'm paying half. Thank you. If you go to McDonald's, they all say, "Will you be using the app today when you drive up to the drive-through?" But they record it
like the voice
at
of
each
one of their employees.
restaurant. And our lady was so drunk when she recorded that. I swear, I'm not gonna tell you which one it was. Will you be using your app today? That's like almost exactly what it sounds like. Lady, we speak your name.
And then you're like,
Drive-through lady.
yes. And then someone comes on and they're like,
Oh, what?
hi, what's your, are you,
They're
hi.
like,
All right, what's your number?
That's what they say.
Lordy, lordy.
Okay, Car Boot Chris, yes, and we do know him. Jen says, with all the stuff to entertain us, we should be happier than ever. Still, we do rely on our chemical hormones and stuff that flow through our body for the feelings of goodness and safety and stuff. So hopefully the world will cooperate with that and not make us feel bad.
And Josh was saying photos are now just pressing the space bar, but for me, it's getting the right lighting, getting the right angles, that's what I hate. For media though,
No, Josh,
if we get one of those cameras,
the camera, yeah.
Yeah.
So it was a hard time trying to get one of those. So those cameras right there that's part of the equation. So, but only for media for the most part. Like that camera, AI, and that camera, and media, you can list hundreds and hundreds a day. And that's probably going.
I want to feel like how James feels. I want to be
feel that
like,
way.
I listed hundreds of items.
I did. I already did today.
He's going to say, I listed thousands of items.
I listed 1 million items today, and you can't prove I didn't. So there.
Thank you. Thank you very
I
much.
want to feel, I want an ounce of how James feels successful with listing some items.
I'm particular about listings too, so I don't know. I hope I get
I know.
Like James says, he just has to get used to
Yeah.
things not being perfect, and I have to work on that.
But it's one of those things, though, like when you do that, next thing you know, you now start getting, because we decide
Oh,
not
you
to be
guys are
picky.
talking too much.
And then we start getting complaints, and then our metrics fall, and then it's like, oh no.
Oh no. We have years worth of inventory at solid sources, and we still have sourcing anxiety about getting more stuff to sell. Now that is just that's just your typical reseller itis or whatever. You definitely, we worry about inventory too, and we can't. I've always said to myself up until now, I have said we have enough inventory to last us for the next years. But what if this stuff actually works?
That's what I'm saying.
What if we get
We're not
everything
gonna have
listed?
enough stuff to even list.
Well, that's fine, because if all this stuff sells in the next year, we'll be rich. I mean, literally, if we have 10,000 books, okay, each book, we have track records on these books already. They're worth anywhere, like, I would say $35 on average. I mean, if you average it out, 30? What's 30 times 10,000? $47.
300.
So just add the zeros in, right? So $300,000. No, 30,000. No, 300,000. So then we have $300,000 in 1 year. Now what do we do with that? Go to Vegas, blow it all. No, we go to Hawaii for a year. I mean,
Go to New York City and blow it all.
wouldn't we go? Somehow we'd blow it all. That's for sure. Hey. But think of the stuff we could buy. Think of the elevated stuff we could buy. We just go into cars. We've dabbled in cars through many years, but
Biff,
we could just buy 10 cars, bring a trailer, let's go.
Biff, are you opening a new eBay store with your new niche, or are you just integrating it into your current?
Biff is just having fun being bummed out today. He's like, I live in beautiful California. Everything's perfect. Today I'm going to be, not going to be on full fast forward today. It's nice to have those choices. But I mean, I know sitting on our massive hoard, it's not, and I can go out right now and just buy piles and piles and piles. I'm sure you can too, Major Win, if you wanted to. Okay, we got to go. So what else do you want to read? Look at all these words that have been gone unanswered.
I know, and you literally like, okay, today I'm getting through everything.
I did a good job of staying more current at the bottom part. Biff, I've almost been to 50 countries, and there are a few places that have it all, and California is one of them. I also loved Argentina and Japan. You bet. Oh, Biff's just keeping his store for now. You betcha. California.
Doug.
I love California completely. I grew up there. I went skiing. I went surfing in the same day. What's up? You can be.
Oh, he's keeping his.
You can have girlfriends whose fathers have private airplanes. You can there's all this crazy stuff happening there. Love it. It was awesome. However, if put into that, if I had to compete in the California environment, although I could live in the outskirts, but if I had to compete with the people in Palo Alto, I wouldn't have made it. So thank you to my lovely wife. Thank you to Vermont for accepting me, or at least tolerating me. They might be working on papers to kick me out. But, we need to go unless Blue BT. Blue
Yeah, listings by 400%, from 1,000 to 4,000, and sales went up.
That's right.
About
See,
5. Go figure.
so you're saying it worked. Who knows? But at least we're all here together, and we'll see what happens.
We're all in it together.
We love you guys. Thank you very much. Thank you for tuning in to.
Thank you, everyone.
That's our names. Primo, Spab, Pokey.
Beer King later.
Beard King was here for the whole show. Aloha to you. Aloha to everybody.
I just want to again just say how extremely, profoundly grateful we we are, that you guys spend time with us. It really means the world to us. You mean so much.
We're gonna make it
Thank
work.
you.
We're gonna take care of this business. AI forever.
John tonight.
Yeah, watch FAA tonight. We'll see you on Wednesday. Love y'all.
Oh!
Get back to work, you slacker.
Get into the chopper.
Wait, I can't do that.
Get to the chopper! Come on! Do it now!
Hasta la vista, baby.
Aloha.
Biff, did I end at number 1? I don't
You're
know.
number
how-
2. I don't know how to.
I have no idea what
You guys
this
have to
is.
fight. You have to fight it out.
We'll give you another 30 seconds.
You're all rock stars. You're all rock stars.
Although
to
they're
us,
like
that's for
30
sure.
seconds behind us.
Ryan's number 1. Ryan's gonna keep it. He's
Ryan
like,
is
he's not
so
allowing it to
funny.
go. Both of you to the Thunderdome.
Thank you,
We're gonna
Ryan,
find
for
it.
the super chats.
Love you guys. Have a great day.
Everyone.